Good morning, everybody. Yep, okay, good. How are we all this morning? Just checking in on the greenhouses quick. I was curious about a couple of these, because those ones don't seem to be producing like these ones do. Not showing up in the building storage. Curious what's going on there. Greenhouse 5. Let's see what's going on with Greenhouse 5. Nope, not that. Morning, Bob Dang, Cattle, Tim and Z. Dadson, how are you doing? Curious about something this morning. Curious. Alright, it shows them there. There may be something wrong with the herb greenhouses, with the herbs. That's got me curious indeed. Let's look at the save game real quick. I want to see something. Economy page. No, not the economy page. Where is it? Under... No, not under farms. Is it placeables? Let's go and search for dill. Nothing has actually received any dill. Doesn't seem to be producing any dill. Or sage, water, mint, rosemary, or any of those. A little bit, Markham. A little bit. I do occasionally. So my mod list. Fields, economy, environment. It's 11 in the morning, nice. Yeah, website's been rebuilt, Dadson. The calendar is up and running as far as I know. Probably shows scurvy this morning, but well, that's the sales. Players. Placeables. This is what we were just looking at. Trying to do some work, but you remembered you had a ton of stuff to do in 22. Well, work first, play later, but... Yeah. These don't seem to be producing at all. I'm gonna see what happens here, but these don't seem to be producing at all. They're taking the water, but they're not actually producing anything. Wonder if they've updated and I just missed an update on them or something? Because I'm not getting any actual... That update, yeah, that error, not a big deal, or warning rather. Scrolling, scrolling. Scrolling. Odds, yeah, that warning I know about. Oh, let's see. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Just doing that now. It might have been made non-public with the rebuild of the site, Dadson. I don't know for sure on that one. We're gonna take a look at an XML here real quick, folks. Because something is not right. Greenhouse. 7-zip extract. Where'd you go? Greenhouse large. And greenhouse small. Move to other view. Let's scroll down here through. Let's see. See, all of these are working just fine. And it's got a storage on them. These are working, and it's got a storage on them. But it doesn't seem to be producing and selling any of these where it is producing these. Type mount. I wonder if it's not producing them because of the fact that it's sharing production. Space plant nodes. Basil, dill, mint, parsley, pepper, rosemary, sage. Everything's calling properly. Door triggers, all that stuff. It's supposed to be doing one of each per hour. And it doesn't seem to be. It's taking the water. But not outputting the product. Thank you for that hydrate there, Dadson. See, this is doing a lot higher cycles per hour. Than this is doing. That's probably the size of the greenhouse. Let's go to original files, data. I gotta pin that folder at some point. That'll be better. There we go. Placeables. Lizard. Greenhouses. Greenhouse small, small. It was at 16, so Dave just copied all of this stuff. Cost per active hour. Sports extension. True. Pallet spawner. Morning, Lone Wolf. I appreciate that, Dadson. Water, lettuce, tomato, strawberry, small amounts. Yep. Objects, DDDD. These, I think, are sharing a production point. I think. Greenhouses. Production points, sugar mill. No, open, I said. See, this has this here, which means it shares the throughput capacity, but it's turned off, which is not the case on the greenhouses. So why does this seem to not be producing sage, rosemary, pepper, parsley, and so on? Because it's supposed to be producing about 16 per hour. This should be producing 64 per hour, and it's not. That is curious. Maybe it's supposed to be 16 per month. That must be cycles per month. So it's 16 cycles a month. Over a 3-day month. Okay, yeah, maybe that's what's going on. Let's look back at my save file again. Save game 3, placeables. So, yeah, alright, yeah. It's just producing them very, very slowly. That's not normally there. That was interesting. Experiment time. Experiment day. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Run on over. See, because these are producing a fair amount per hour. I'm getting a couple of each. These do not seem to be doing as much. So let's take a look at the productions. We're going to go to this one here. We're going to deactivate all of those. There, a couple of those like that. And we'll turn one of those like that and see what happens with the production on them. See if it actually starts to show anything. Oh, that showed one pepper. One parsley. Okay, these do share production, it seems. They must have changed that because it wasn't doing it before. Yeah. Huh. Would you look at that? Would you looky there? Well, these ones I don't care about. They're just producing away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. I was just looking at the outputs of these, because I was noticing, if you look at the bottom, the building storage, it shows how much is being produced of each item. And you've got your tomatoes, strawberries, mushrooms, pineapples, watermelons. And what I was checking on is whether or not, because I know a lot of people are reporting that if you do just one item, it produces more of that item than if you do all three, and so on. So I know initially when I was testing it, it seemed like it didn't matter. But now it does appear that when you're doing it, it's all a shared production output. So what I was looking at was these, as these greenhouses were producing, while I was speeding through time, the tomatoes, strawberries, mushrooms, pineapples, and stuff we're seeing in the showing the building storage. But then when I came over here, I hadn't been seeing any storage. I saw that the things were running, but no storage. And I'm like, why are they not getting a storage? What's going on? But they only produce a few cycles per month type of thing. And when they were all sharing a production, like this one sharing all of one production, it takes a long time for it to produce one of each item. So that's why I was bouncing through XMLs. I was just trying to get to the bottom of what was going on with the greenhouses. Had me curious as to what was going on, that's all. Got some more fertilizing contracts, another sowing contract. That sowing contract's just down the road. None of our fields are ready to harvest yet. Getting ready to go into May. So let's go ahead, grab that fertilizing or that sowing contract. On 75, it's soybeans, so we'll accept that. Base game spinnery, it doesn't do both equally. It runs wool, and then augments with the cotton. It's a good possibility. Look, it's already set to soybean. How about that? Yeah, it's very possible. It's just curious because they have one production that's listed with throughput shared, which Dave has tested to show that it works, the throughput shared. That's why the concrete has a shared throughput. But everything else does not have that line. And it looks like it's still actually sharing the throughput. It's kind of strange. It is very strange. I mean, I'm not too worried about the greenhouses because those greenhouses are literally just there as a source of extra income for me. Yeah, the base game spin rate does run really slow to begin with. Wakey, wakey. All I smell is dye. Nope, that doesn't help. Darn. What about that? Nope. Bummer. I was trying to highlight my beard. It's not very red this morning. Next time I dye, it's gonna have to be lightened first. Speed isn't an issue, it's the fact that you wanted the output of both wool and cotton. With some spare every day from one. Good morning, bad lad. Sir Darius, no, I don't need to be knighted. That's a bad idea. Yeah, you might have to add a second spinnery. What if we do this? No. Kinda bummed. I was hoping it would come out more red than it did. For those that missed the Discord, I did die last night. It just didn't come out very red. Kinda bummed. I was hoping it would get a little bit more of the red color. I have no idea, Dadson. I'm guessing it's gonna take a while. But I don't know. As a matter of fact, my wife and I, she used the leftover dye from my beard, and that's how her hair came out. So like I said, I'm kind of bummed. Her hair came out wicked, wicked red. My beard? Nope. Oh yeah. Yeah. Hers came out way more red than my beard. It is a little bit, not a lot. It should have been a lot more red than it is. So, next time around, it's going to get lightened first. Probably bleached and then dyed. Because I'm disappointed. I don't know, maybe it's the nature of the beard hair. It doesn't dye as well. Don't know. Team Miller coming in with a rate of 94. Good morning, Raiders. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Team Miller. How was your stream, sir? Very possible, Bodine. Thank you for that shout out, bad lad. I do appreciate it. Welcome in, everybody. Just doing a couple of contracts here in April on the farm. How's it going there, Aussie Wheels? Now that we're into day 47? Day 47 of coverage of the SGA. Thank you for that follow, Alex Janeway. Welcome to the channel. How are you all? Makes methane. Where do you get that at? In order to get the methane from the biogas plant, it's biomass, not biogas, that produces the methane, T. Miller. So the building straight in front of me, the biomass plant, is the one that will produce the methane, but you have to buy it first. Once you buy it, some triggers will show up on the property, and that's where you'll be able to drop off products to be able to get the methane out. I saw you live. I didn't get a chance to pop in because I was getting ready to start up my own stream this morning, Aussie, but I did see you were live. I was going to try and pop in. Can I get a shout out from Mr. Aussie Wheels there, bad lad? Thank you, bad lad. No, see the biomass, no, you don't buy it like other productions. The biomass and the pallet factory are not bought like other companies. In order to buy the pallet company, you have to buy this piece of property. Yes, it will go directly to the government building through the distribution section, like any other production. But what happens is when you buy, that's the cereal factory. When you buy the plot of land for the biomass, there'll be a separate set of triggers that show up over here on the ground. Excuse me. It's alright there, T. Miller, it happens. There we go. Good morning, Owen Wilson. We found a camera problem with Winston Scania TGX Semi. Are you talking about when you're zoomed out and you go into a building? Because that is a giant's issue. Ooh, I found a cow. I didn't know Dave hit a cow there. Not a problem, Lakota. Actually, as a matter of fact, what I could do... Let's go in here quick. What I'll do is I'll show you. Add remove money. I'm only going to give myself $3 million. Buy this piece of property. And you should see in a moment some triggers pop up over here. Do I have to get out of sight of them first or something? Or did Dave change it? Well, they should show up. Wonder if Dave took them out temporarily. Why are they not showing up? Huh. Wonder if Dave changed something. Because it used to be you'd buy this piece of property, and as soon as you did, those triggers would show up. They were right here. Wonder if Dave changed something with them temporarily. Production, generators. Maybe that's what he did. Maybe he made this instead. The biomass heating plant. I haven't updated in a while either, Stekhabib. That's a giant's issue as far as I know, bad lad. Winston was talking about it. Yeah, Dave must have changed something with the... with it. Because it used to be when you bought this piece of property. You had to buy this piece of property, then some triggers would show up here. And then let's go back, take the money back out of my account quick, because this was a 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There we go. We got the 3 million. Like I said, Dave may have changed something with it. Let's go Wolf Creek. Oops, I should have deleted that back out. Ow. You think I'd keep a copy of this thing somewhere that was unzipped so I wouldn't have to keep doing this. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Oh, come on. Well, I showed him how to fix it. Oh, they're probably dynamically loaded in, aren't they? They should be right there. Oh. Biomass. Yeah, see, biomass, production point, bought with farmland. So it should have showed up after I bought that section. He might have changed something, though. I wonder if this line has to be false for it to actually be false. So dynamically loaded in, Bodine. Yeah, exactly. It needs the fill speed changing. I tried to mention that. He might not have found the right XML line, bad lad. Like this car, when I was in the i3D for the map Bodine, this car, that car, that car weren't there. When the game starts, it loads these from another file. Cassie Gamer, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel. How are you doing this morning? Same with those cars in the back there. They're not in the map until the map loads. And then it calls a specific file that loads those vehicles in. It's the same way with a bunch of the buildings that Dave made removable up here now. Good morning, Pastor Taco. They're now dynamically loaded. It means they load in after the map loads. So when you look in the i3D, you won't see the buildings until the map actually loads. Then the buildings will show up. I don't know, bad lad. I have not heard from Billy. I haven't gone digging through anything yet to see if he's around, but I haven't heard from him. Phew, getting warm now. Alright, let's do another round of fertilizing contracts, shall we? They're good money. And I should, after this, be able to buy that piece of property I need for where I want to put my government building. Once I get my government building, I can start looking at some of the other productions I want to get. I could always go looking for collectibles too, but I don't want to do that on stream and spoil it. It might be a save and come back in thing. It could also be an issue where I've had this save file going for a while, and it doesn't want to work. I don't know. We can test that quick though, actually. It's fairly easy to do. Let's test that. park here next to this. We're gonna save. Quit. Wolf Creek is coming along, Pastor Taco. There's still a lot to be done, but it is coming along. Thank you for that host there, Aussie Wheels. I do appreciate it. Alright, this is a brand new save. We're going to delete that, though. Start a brand new one. New farmer. Pleasant Valley. No, Gorak. Not today. As a matter of fact, this morning I am the bus driver. So I have a short stream. Big Daddy will be on to cover that. And then if Billy can't go, I will stream later. Well, Billy's not on the schedule today anyway. That explains it, bad lad. Alright. See? Something else with an existing save. That's good to know. Because there's the biofuel. See, as soon as I bought that piece of property. Awesome, Alex. As soon as I bought this, now I have this plant. The biofuel plant shows up immediately after buying that piece of property. Sell, it's gone. Buy, it's there. So that might be something that needs to be copied in from from a different save. I wonder if it doesn't load it at the start of the game because it's my save existed before that. It could be. Yes, quit the game. That explains some things and raises some more questions at the same time. I hate that. Suppose I should check and see if Dave did an update. Nope. Nothing lately. This map is made by Dajnet. Dave. He's made this map. Of course, there's still a lot of testing happening to it. Venom Killer 38, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel. How are you doing this morning? I've been meaning to ask, do you really need the extra gears mod if you're working with... I don't use the extra gears mod. Let's try this again. Huh. Interesting. That's not there. That must have to be transferred over from a new save in order for it to work properly. Because this isn't a new save. It's fairly new, just not a brand new save. I thought I had started it after he had added that point, but maybe I didn't. Maybe it's the process of transferring something over that caused the issue. But yeah, that's something that doesn't appear to be working with an existing save. For sure. Good morning, Farmer Becky. How are you and Miss Chloe doing this morning? Okay, I was not sure. Yeah. No, I don't use the extra gears. First cup of coffee for the day. Nice Venom Killer. That's always a good thing, getting in that first cup. That explains it. You started your save game more recently. Mine's a fairly the usual, both doing just fine. She woke me up yet again. Good morning, Chloe. You know, Chloe, she'd be less inclined to fall asleep with her game running if you'd let her sleep more. Chicken, egg, sleep, no sleep. It's raining, it's pouring, Ooh, 6 hours. Once in a while, the body actually needs some sleep. No, because I'm sitting here. I'm lucky to get 4, usually a night. And it's never uninterrupted sleep, so. Especially when the moon is close to being full. Yeah. Let's just say I don't sleep well when it's near a full moon. No. I've never been that hairy enough to be considered like a werewolfy type person. Just something about the moon. I don't sleep well. No idea. Maybe I am a werewolf and I just don't know it. Anything is possible. Occasionally. Yes, it's hard to see, but I did color my beard. It did not come out nearly as red as I had hoped. I think I'm gonna have my wife order another thing of dye and some bleaching and try again. Because it did not come out very red at all. Especially not compared to her hair. Sally's beauty supply, yeah. She gets her hair dye someplace. I don't know where she normally picks it up. I don't know. Some brand or another. I don't like nothing about hair dye. I told her the color that was chosen, she ended up ordering the dye because she couldn't find any around here, I guess. And yeah. No, it wasn't Splat. It was it had a fox on the bottle. I don't know if that tells you anything or not, but that's the one. Oh, like I said, I know nothing about dyes. When I told her, she said, don't worry about it, she'll take care of getting the dye. Okay. And the sad thing is her hair came out really, really red. Mine did not. And it's probably just because it's a beard. But that's how her hair came out. You can see, you know, mine's nothing compared to hers. Apparently. No, she did her own hair. I don't touch beard. I don't touch dye. I figured it was, but when I tried to search for beard dye, yeah, all I got was just for men. Even when you tried to do colored beard dye, just for men. Get rid of your gray. Get rid of your gray beard. No, I want to go red. Get rid of your gray beard. So, I left it to her. I'm gonna have to order another bottle, because this... I don't feel this is acceptable. I'll have to Google some stuff. See if I can't find a better beard dye. That's a weird rabbit there, Becky. I think that's a rabbit. I can't tell. Aha! It's hard to see because, you know, emote things are small. Oh, I see, I see. Uh. Wake up. Wakey, wakey. Ooh, Cookie Monster. Cookie Monster is my spirit animal. RV Park UK, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel. How are you doing this morning? There we go. That contract is complete. I have one more to do, but I need to step away for just one moment while I go wake up my kids so they can start doing the school day thing. Okay. Cookie Monster's not happy with you at the moment, so you're out of cookies here. You're out of cookies. Out of cookies. That is awful. Cookie. I vibe with Cookie Monster. Okay. Yes, Aussie Wheels, you get the chair stream. I've got to do my windowy things. Bad streamer. Make a wider multi-fruit harvester. It happens there, Becky. You could get Billy's. It might not be wider, but it's faster. Do you remember what he used, Alex, for his dye? Henna works extremely well. Where did you get it from, if you don't mind me asking? Good afternoon there, Slow Swede. How are you doing today? Ordered it on Walmart? Oh. Medium brown. That's hair dye. Yeah, try getting it in red, though. I got an orange, red. Yeah, send me a link if you could, because I'm seeing some, but most of it's hair dye, and the beard dye doesn't have, like, the deep colors. They're the grays, the browns, the blacks, and stuff like that, but... Generator as well. As long as you set it to distribute Mudslinger, it's not gonna matter. It can be anywhere on the map. The government building can be anywhere on the map. It's still gonna get it. It's just like any other production line. It's gonna go from one to the other. It doesn't have to be a natural red, as long as it's red. I was trying to get like a fire engine red, you know, a red. Good morning, Never Back Down. How are you today? Yes, a noticeable red. And a long night farming. Oh, a Giants editor? What kept you up all night in there? One second. If you click on my name, it should let you send me a whisper. Alright. I'll take a look at that one there, Alex. I appreciate that. Oof. I missed. Me. Alright, I'll check those out there, Alex. I appreciate that. Are all natural and have different directions on how to make it. Gotcha. Is there much left on releasing? There is quite a bit left. There's a lot of things that we found that will take a while to get done, Trucker, or Southern. The big thing is going to be the fruit types. You have a question, is it possible to play 22 on a Mac with parallel desktop that you run Windows on? I don't have the first clue on that one, Slow Swede. Yeah, that one I wouldn't have the first clue on. I've done nothing with the Macs. Alright, we've got our money. Let's buy our property. We need to go clear a room for the government building. One we use is no longer being produced, but it took 48 hours to set. And then apply for 3. Oh, nice. Um, at this point, Bodine, I have no idea. It's we're not 100% sure what the fruit type limit is. If it's the same as in 19, then there's only so many that can be added before we hit the limit. And Thunder was never able to crack that limit. If they changed it for 22, then there'll be extra. But again, it's hard to say how many for sure will be added. I know right now, Shy was saying he's working on cranberry. Good morning, Viking streaming. So that's gonna be coming. No, getting ready for school. Um, last like 2 weeks, so if you're going for length, you might need some added applications. Oh, length of time isn't so much a concern, it's just redder than this. This did not turn out well at all. Especially when compared to my wife's hair. Her hair was like, holy cow, that is red. Mine was like, eh, haha. You've been trolled. Viking Streaming 2021, thank you for that tier 1 sub. I do very much appreciate that. I think I want to try and set this in along here somewhere. So if I get rid of maybe these 4 trees there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll get rid of those 5. That should be a pretty good spot. I'll have to level the land out, but you know, hey. Well, I do very much appreciate that, Viking Streaming. That is very kind of you. All the same. Yeah, the bleach thing is what my wife and I were expecting to have to get when we tried to reapply at some point because it didn't come out very well at all. Oh, there's another nice little ridge that Dave's gonna fix. That's the kind of thing we don't want left when you guys get a hold of the map, because those become quite annoying. But this nice big ridge here. Thump. Oh, and that fence is probably not removable, would be my guess, is it? Nope. But I should be able to landscape in a spot right here for that. If I flatten from here back, I should be able to fit it in. Oh yeah. Not a problem. That will fit in there. I appreciate that there, Alex. Yeah, I'll have to do some landscaping around it, but that should work out alright. I think if I go right in here... Come back here, I can raise up a little bit and still make the in and out, no problem. I come over here like this. Depending on where the property line is, that is. Oh, let's see if I can find out where the property line is. I will probably have to go in here, disable access check on. It is a kind of production Viking streaming. It is part of the landscaping options. Yeah, okay. It's part of the the map productions. Land is not owned by me, so I own back to there. So it's going to be right along that ridge. Of course it will be. That'll be fun to deal with. I might have to smooth this out with the access check off and then pull forward some to not have a big ridge back there. But yes, this production building it's the government building. So you can see it shows a bunch of fill types in and some out. So you would give entertainment, safety, and a bunch of other things into your workers, and you would get workers, managers, electricity, and stuff like that out. So if you look at this small concrete production, if you want it to increase the amount of production it does, it needs workers. You get those workers from the government building. Yeah, I'll be able to level out a spot for that. Simple enough. It's gonna have a bit of a ridge to it, but I'll be able to level out a spot for that. Not a problem. Entertainment right now is the baseball stadium. Once you own the baseball stadium, it will give you entertainment to your building. Yeah, you just set everything to distribute, and it would take over from there. Like so. Production. I don't want the spinnery. $100 grand for the tailor shop? Yikes. Aw, the road disappeared with it. Dang it. I wanted to leave the road. Oh, awesome. I have a lot of mods that are map dependent. If you give me a minute, I can show you some of them. Oh, that slopes down, doesn't it? It does. That'll be a landscaping nightmare. Oh, this area is not nearly as flat as I was hoping it would be. Well, son of a biscuit. There. Yeah, I could, but the problem is when you flatten an area in the editor, you have to start a new game for that to take effect. I'm sure it goes a long ways. But as far as mods that I have, most of the map specific ones are productions that I have in the map. But I have Winston's Cat Pack. Hey boy, sorry. I have Billy's Sugar Beet Harvester, his harvester here. What about the bowling alley? The bowling alley, I don't know if that counts, T. Miller, but I haven't always been in Dave's streams. I think the bowling alley is just a sell point. It might include entertainment, but I don't know what Dave's done as far as everything goes. I got the carrot harvesting stuff. I have a custom bale wrapper, modded water tank, cedar. Again, the mods by Winston. I have his cat telehandler, the Zarian. I've got the class disco pack that I'm going to actually take out now. I've got the Brooks. I have the telehandler big bag lifter. This is a bale shredder I made. What mod is the fabrics? Fabrics are a base game production, Yarno. I got a couple of trucks, some trailers, in-game John Deere stuff, or modded John Deere stuff from the in-game mod hub. Rolling pack, a few other things, the Anderson stuff. This stuff will probably go away. This is gonna go away. I will probably take out this class disco because I'm not using it anymore. I'll probably get rid of this trailer here because I don't use it. I don't use the big bag lifter. I tend to try and keep my mods minimal on this version of Farm Sim, so I'll be taking out a bunch of them that I don't need. Other than that, a lot of the mods, like I said, they're map specific. They're production buildings that have been added into this map for the mining products and stuff like that. Oh, nice. Well, looks like this this grass over here can be mowed for sure. Wow. Here we go. I hope Big Daddy makes it here soon. He's gonna be on at 6:30 this morning, Bad Lad, Eastern, because I have to leave to go bring my son and his friend to school this morning. And then after that, I will be back, and I'll probably go live again for a little bit later on today. Right now I'm doing a lot of maintenance-y type stuff. I gotta move some pallets around and stuff like that. This here needs to go to distributing. So now I'll start making clothes from the tailor shop. Gotta speed up the empty of this harvest. Oh, see, it's a slippery slope, Becky. You start messing with all of these production things, and then suddenly you've got too many liters, and it takes too long to empty, and yeah, just ask Bad Lad. He knows exactly what line you need to change for that there, Becky. Don't you, Bad Lad? Yeah, as long as you're enjoying it, that is all that matters. Well, you break things because you're constantly changing the capacities on them. That's why you're constantly breaking things. Alright, let's send this guy over to my spinnery quick. Alright, I will be back in just a second. I gotta go. That's a scary thought, Bad Lad. Kind of an impromptu stream. Normally I wouldn't be streaming this morning. Where are you going? Oh, you were probably gonna go this way. Sign. It worked? Are you sure it worked, Bad Lad? What Lua are you playing with, sir? Because that is a scary thought. Store deliveries? Yeah. Oh, they do, Dadson, but a lot of it's them trying to figure the best path. And as Giants refines things, that should become faster and easier. He made it free. Of course you'd make it free, Bad Lad. Why would you want to pay for something? Oh my gosh. You've got a question. How would you get silage out of a silo except using a shovel on a tractor? You're talking one of the bunker silos on the ground? You can either use a shovel on a tractor or under belt systems. You can use this here. This will pick up off the ground, and you can use this to dump into this one, and then this one can dump into a trailer. So this would pick up off the ground. It would then dump into this conveyor belt here, and you can move them forward and backwards as you need to empty out your silo. Not a problem, Gorak. Yeah, because Amazon Prime would deliver equipment. Sure. Milling machine is another way to do it. I don't have that one, so, and I'm not assuming people have that mod. I'm just trying to go off a base game. The milling machine would work if you've got that mod. Almost there. Alright, let's grab my pallets of fabric. Yeah, this fabric's gonna be good, right? It's only sat out in the rain the entire time. I know fabric isn't accepted here, you dolt. How's it going, Far Crow? I got the Logitech Extreme 3D Pro. I should probably put that in my description, shouldn't I? New map's working pretty good so far, Far Crow. There's a few issues with it that we're working through, but all in all, it works out alright. I can link it to you, Bob Dang. You know, I might have sort of just ordered one. Yes, it is. There, Far Crow? Yeah, it's, right now it's only $30 on Amazon Prime, on Amazon. At least here in the States. Not a problem, Bob Dang. I've been liking this thing quite a bit, actually. Um, I've still got to play around with getting all the buttons linked. I wanna mess around with that a little bit, but it's doing pretty good. I am located in Maine, Viking. How's it going, JPM? I'm doing well this morning. How are you doing today? About to lose some of my fabric. I don't want to do that. I need to get it over to the tailor shop. You doing good? That is great to hear. Probably should have checked that intersection. That's a dangerous one. Time to eat some homemade creme brulee. There you go, Dadson. Has an update. Of course it does. I actually don't do anything auto-load right now, except for the Roland bale trailers. And they have a built-in script, so that's one great thing about it. I've got a small truck, but then I don't have the pallet, you know, this to get everything around. I do have a trailer for being able to do this stuff. Make sure the clothes are turned on to produce. Activate. I think I might actually do that, play around some with that terraforming for doing my landscaping back here. Might be fun to mess around with some. Yeah, nope, that's a normal fact. That's a normal in-game factory, Farcrow. Terrafarm. The mod that lets you dig and landscape with buckets. That mod, bad lad. Did you not see that yesterday? Yeah, the new one. I was playing around with it a little bit yesterday. Afternoon. It reminds me. Yeah, they went. They put an update out 14 hours ago, so I'm on that current version. But yeah, it's pretty interesting to play around with. I don't have it active on this save right now. You'd break it? Oh, I'm sure you would, bad lad. If you're not careful, you can do a real lot of damage to your terrain. Yes, Bob Dang. My VCA is automatically linked to the newest version. So if you do exclamation VCA, it'll bring you to the latest version. Which I think is RC8? 9. 2 hours ago. Okay. Looks like I need to get an update to it. So much for him taking a break from doing that. Arg, 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 arg. I hate that. And scrolling down and down. And Terraform. Start! Not for about 20 minutes. Big Daddy should be on, and then I'll be on my way. I hope Big Daddy's. That better be Big Daddy.
Good morning.
That's a Big Daddy right there.
Hey, man. How you doing?
Not too bad.
Good, good.
Just loading up with Terraform. I want to dig a hole quick.
Ooh. Nice. Hey, Bad Lad. How you doing?
I'm gonna dig a quick hole.
Okay. No worries, man. I'll get all set up here.
I don't think it has a lot of those, limitations. Alright, lower ground. We want to go... enable. We want to toggle mode. We want to flatten the ground. And let's open the menu quick, because I want to get... I don't want to get coal, I want to get, stone. Alright. This is called terraforming. And yes, I'm landscaping. Check that out.
That's pretty neat.
Let's put the bucket down. We're gonna level it out. GitHub. I'll link it in chat real quick. I gotta set up a command for it. It is supposedly multiplayer compatible too. But yeah, I mean, check that out. You want to level out? All right, let's level. And while I'm doing it, it's painting gravel on the ground. You can set what textures you want and stuff like that. But, you know. You can go to smoothing the ground. You can lower the ground. You can flatten the ground. You can set the discharge mode. So if you want the discharge mode to raise the ground, so you can flatten and then raise. So let's do this. We've got our stone, right? Nope. And then let's raise the ground, shall we? I've got my stone here. How cool is that? Oh yeah. Well, it's the same stone you'd get out of your fields, bad lad. Yeah, if you plow where you painted, you'll get rocks. So you can flatten, you can smooth the ground out. So as I'm digging across, it'll smooth. And it's painting in the gravel as I do the smoothing textures. You can, if you want, dig a big hole. Yes, it's stone. It's the same stone you'd get if you were to plow up a field. Well, you can make a big pile there, dig a big hole here. Well, part of that is because of the way the mip maps are done. See, now I got a big hole here and I got a big pile here. I played around with this. I mean, you can even open up the menu if you want to and change it from stone to dirt to coal, concrete, limestone, gravel, sand. And these are just ones, like if Dave wanted to make this part of his map, he could set these fill types. But they're trying to work on it where it would recognize the type of material you're digging in. So if I'm on dirt, I'm going to get dirt. If I'm on gravel, I'll get gravel. If I'm in the mine and I'm on a sand texture, I'd get sand if I dug. That's what they're trying to do in the game. But they don't have it for it to recognize it yet. But they're trying to work with giants on this. So it's in early alpha, people. Keep that in mind. And I mean, how cool would that be? Now you could potentially have true mining, where you could put, you know, you could go in and paint on the ground. You know, if you had a big sand patch here, you'd be getting sand out of the ground. Versus getting, that. You know, I mean, you see he's with an excavator there digging a big hole. The Volvo loader. Base game, it'll use the front loader, the Maxi telehandler, the wheel loader shovel, the over-tipping bucket, and the high dump bucket. And they've got it working with these different mods. These are all of the fill types that they've built into it, which of course you can see the sand, the gravel, the limestone, the concrete. These ones are in Dave's map right now. Asphalt is not, coal is, and just because they happen to have them named the same way that Dave does, the coal, the concrete, limestone, gravel, sand, these all show up. So there's a lot of stuff in progress. And, you know, we'll see We'll see what happens. You know? Yeah, I mean, again, this isn't in the actual. Clay doesn't exist in the map, so clay won't show up in that menu. Same with the stone powder, the river sand, the pay dirt, the iron. These don't exist in Dave's map, so they don't show up. But Dave could tailor these if he wanted to, and Dave is aware of this. Him and I went looking through a bunch of stuff, and I'm going to talk to him later, because there's an interesting thing in here that this does that we have not been able to do yet. No, and see, here's the thing. It's not that they want to try and get it to consoles, TC and me. They're waiting to hear back from Giants on some of the texture stuff. So again, if this texture was ore, you'd get ore when you dug. They want to make it automatically detect what you're digging in and give you that material, instead of you going in and setting it. But because of the landscaping changes, they've got this working. How many times has Giants Forestry added things that have become popular productions to the game? Farm Sim 25, 28 maybe? What's to say this doesn't become base game? That's what happens with mods like that. Not in FS22, no. But if this becomes refined and becomes popular, because I mean I'm playing with it a little bit right now and I'm kind of liking this. This means I can go level out a hillside and not spend 300 grand. Hello? Well, yeah. Yeah, I don't have to spend 300 grand. But if I can play around with landscaping that area that I want to put my um, government building on, what the heck? I've got time to kill. I'll swap this out for a different bucket, and I'll go play around with that. What the heck, you know? Harley 1678, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel. How are you doing? Exactly. Possibility for the ability to do true mining and construction stuff as a role-playing thing is huge. I mean, it's more realistic, yeah. And sure, it could potentially break things, but I'm on a test map. If it breaks and I have to start over, I have to start over anyway because I found other issues that I'm going to have to start over for. So, you know, what the heck? What did I lose? Nothing, really. Doesn't mean I'll use this come full release of the map, because that's going to be the last time I start over. When the map fully releases, I'm going to start a brand new thing. I'm going to import my equipment that I have, but I'll be replacing all of the buildings from the beginning at that point, and basically redoing everything I've done, so it's a brand new, fresh game. And that will be part of that. About 5 minutes there, Big Daddy. So, you know, I mean, it's a pretty cool mod, and I look forward to its development, because that's pretty cool. You know, hey, I can now dig a hole and pile up the material someplace else. I could level out a banking if I want to without having to spend an astronomical amount of money landscaping. Is it going to take me a while with this bucket? Oh, you're darn skippy it will. But oh well. And yeah, I can get stone out of it. So as I'm trying to flatten out that hillside over there, I can use it to lift part of the area that I need to lift. And then the rest of the stone I can bring down, put into my stone mill over there, and get lime and other materials out of it. It's just a matter of adding the scripting to it, bad lad. And it's already in some excavators. What they're saying is this is already set to work with these mods. So the excavators, the Volvo, as long as you're using one of these two Volvo buckets, they should already work. So if you find this Volvo L350, or this right here, the EC750 excavator, it's working right there. I mean, that's what they've got right there. That's an excavator, two different buckets digging a big hole and piling it up over here. So, yeah, I mean it's heck. Like I said, I'll play around with it. I'll role play that aspect of things. Why not? What's up? How's it going there, Diesel?
Is there any secrets to installing this mod? Do you have to activate it, or is it automatically activated, you know?
You'll have to activate it, but double check the zip file. When it downloads, it seems to be a zip, a folder within the zip. So I had to actually unpack it and re-zip it myself.
Oh, okay.
No, Diesel. Check this farm sim mod out. I want to make hole. I want to make hill. That's alright, Chloe. Don't even fret none. Dig big hole. Make big pile. It actually operates error-free, believe it or not, Brucey. And then, you know, I want to change to flatten. Okay, let's flatten this bag out. Let's fill my hole back in. I'm filling my hole back in while I flatten the pile back out. I mean, hello? Is that not cool or what? Yeah, I mean, tell me that isn't cool, right? And it works with a bunch of the in-game equipment. When you bury people's equipment, yeah. So yeah. Are you live, sir?
Yes, sir, I am.
Alright, we're gonna raid Big Daddy. I have to run this morning because I do have to bring my kid to school. So we're gonna run on over to Big Daddy. We'll hang out with him. I'll be back shortly. I'm gonna give you a quick shout out just in case anybody gets lost. 012678. I'm getting used to that one. And we're gonna raid Big Daddy. I will be back again, like I said, in just a little while to hang out with Big Daddy, and then I will be going live again later, probably some. What? This mod, Bodine, could potentially make that happen in a future Giants game. Think about it. How did, again, productions, forestry, how many other things have Giants added into the base game? Seasons, because they were popular mods. I'm just saying, if somebody can Lewis script this a month in, Farm Sim 25 maybe? That would be sweet as heck. So, we're going to raid Big Daddy. I'll catch you guys later. I got to get the kid to school. And I appreciate y'all coming and hanging out. There we go. We should be
There
all
goes
yours.
Darius. Thank you, sir.